Okay folks, I'm getting closer to my destination out here that I've been hiking to, and so at any rate I'm just going to kind of zoom in here, and wish I could figure out, oh, that's how I can zoom that. Alright, I'm just learning here. I'm learning, but I'm going to head out to this little spot in the foothills out here in the Little Rockies, and I'm just going to go check something out. So at any rate, we'll be over there in just a little bit, so we'll see you when we get down there. Okay everybody, Shannon here again with the Backwoods Boys, and this is the final destination of our big hike that we've been going on. I actually had to do it in a couple of days because my Achilles tendon was bothering me real bad. I don't know, I think I just injured it getting out of bed or something, you know, and seems like that's all it takes anymore. I'm 58 and got a lot of miles on this old body. But anyhow, I found this place many years ago, and just hiking out here, hunting, and this is the destination of the last few videos that I put together, and this is where we were trying to make it. And so we got some of these limestone kind of rock formations out here on the Great Northern Plains, and I also wanted to say, you know, this little town that I live in, Zortman, Montana, was a mining community at the turn of the century. But there are also a lot of cowboys and, you know, wranglers and sheep herders and settlers and miners and everything all out here. And just up over this ridge back over here is an old wagon trail. That's where we were trying to come over that ridge yesterday. Just up on the base of the mountain up there's an old wagon road that used to be the cutoff road from Zortman to Landusky. So I also wanted to say that the Wild Bunch, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and the Curry Boys, they all ran in this country. They actually owned a ranch out here. The Curry Boys owned a ranch over in Landusky there, and there's a lot of history with Pike Landusky, the owner of the town over there, and there were some killings that took place, and just a lot of history. Just about 40 miles north of here, the Wild Bunch pulled off the Great Northern Train robbery, and they came back to they were staged here in this country right here, and then they went and did the robbery, and then they headed back over to this country, and they hid out on a butte called Thornhill Butte, and the posses and the law could never find out where they were at. They couldn't find them. They looked all over, and so at any rate, those kind of things are some of the history, the little bit of history that I know of out here. And like I said, the Curry Boys owned that ranch over there, and there was two boys that were part of the Wild Bunch here, maybe even a third one, but two of them are very highly recognized as part of the Wild Bunch. Now there's this particular rock I keep looking at here and walking towards. Their names I do not believe are carved in this rock, but there are a lot of different carvings in this rock. Kind of going to go around the backside here first and then end up over on this side so we can get out of the wind a little bit. But I think this is a place where cowboys and lovers and different things used to come out to here on the prairie. And boy, that wind is really starting to pick up a little bit. But so anyhow, yep. So anyhow, we're just going to go around this other side. Like I said, I was trying to get out of the wind, but I don't think we're going to be able to quite do it completely. Oh, there goes a bunch of sharp tail or some kind of birds there. Oh, there goes another one. Yeah, they're all just covered down right here in this little rock situation here. So that's what I love about being out here, folks, is, you know, it still hasn't changed much in this country, and I sure hope that it never does change. And so anyhow, yep, so we're starting to see some little carvings in here. These are very old. There's a BU. There's a BU. Oh man, it almost looks like a T. Boy, that could be, my goodness, folks, I've never seen this before, but that could be Butch Cassidy right there, BU. And it looks like a T right there. But see, it's so worn away, you can't see it anymore. That could be Butch Cassidy's signature right there, folks. I don't know. I've never seen that before. I just noticed it now. So that's really, really interesting. So we're going to kind of walk around this side of these rocks here. And here's a D in here. RLD. These are really old. They're all worn away. RLD. And then there's a couple more marks right in here. So, don't know what those are there. Looking for some markings I seen years ago in here that I'm not seeing right now. And I don't know what's going on. Here's some more markings here. There's an HJ and a CCB. 1910. So that goes back a ways, folks. Goes back a long ways. Here's another 1910 with a VJ. So we'd have to do a little bit of research and see what we come up with for history around these parts for those initials. Kind of interesting rock formation there. So anyhow, here's something up in here. Phew, man, it's so old. Just can't see it. Here's a 1911 TD. And I was never ashamed of doing this, but I put this in here many years ago, probably 20 years ago. SP for Shannon Ploker. So anyhow, there's some markings that I missed coming around the corner here, because I know there was more markings over here, and there was markings made by a 45 shell or something. Here's one here that's kind of interesting. And that's old, very old. And that's a cowboy gunslinger there, folks. I'm not kidding you. Some cowboy put that in there, and see, he's got his arms out like he's gonna draw. And another thing too is I seen a bunch of bullet holes in these rocks where they used to target practice. So, but I'm definitely trying to find something that was here I seen years ago. I don't know how I passed it up, but I'll keep looking. We should be able to find it wherever it's at. I don't know how I missed it, but we're still looking here. Here we go. There it is right there. This little guy here, those little, you can see my hand, those little rings were put in there by bullet casings. There's another one right there is a bullet casing. And if I'm not mistaken, that might be a bullet stuck up in there. No, that's another carving. Sam LV. We got to try to find out who Sam LV was. I think this is probably natural, but Sam LV. And here's a Peter P. Peter P. I love the old style lettering with the large T there. It's pretty cool. But so there's that. Guy has to be real careful not to pass anything up in here. There could be things carved in here that you just don't see. Another thing too is these rocks have fell down. So anyhow, you just want to make sure there's no inscriptions up there. And I thought one time when I was out here I could see where there was bullet holes in this rock here where they were target practicing. But this is interesting. I don't really, it looks like DC, and then somebody scratched it out for some reason. But it's old scratches, so maybe it was two letters like D plus C or something, and the old boy had a girlfriend and then he scratched it out. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but I'm not seeing any of those bullet holes that I thought I had seen before. Maybe it was just part of the rock formation I was looking at. But wonder what about up in here? Maybe there's something up in here. I don't really see anything. Don't see much of anything over here. But yeah, folks, that one back around the corner there, though, that said BUT, I'm going to go back over there. There it is. There's a B, there's a U, and I think that's part of a T maybe right there. So I don't know for sure, and I don't know if that would be Butch Cassidy's signature, but I know he was out in this country. You would have thought they would all left their mark here, but who knows. So anyhow, once again out on the Great Plains here, in an area where there's just a little place to probably tie the horses up, and a lot of cowboys too, so they were probably just wrangling cattle through this country and just hung out here for the day and tied their horses up and maybe rested up a little bit. So let's keep looking around here a little bit. Here's an old one I didn't see. See an old face. There's an old face right there. It's old too. Somebody put a face in there. So I hope you all enjoy this. I'm not maybe as good as some YouTubers at doing my own editing and being able to make my own content, like, I don't know, just I watch some other YouTubers that have some channels and they're way more structured and just have a lot of drones in their footages and stuff like that. But I'm just an old school boy out here, and these kind of things I just love, and I'm no professional, but I sure hope my channel does well, because I'd like to do this on a regular basis. Ain't no acting or what have you. I've been told I was a pretty good storyteller, so maybe on my gravestone it'll say, "Here lies Shannon Ploker, a man after God's own heart, and one of the last great storytellers. That's it, you know, and being able to witness the gospel to people and see souls saved, that's what I would want. That's what I want. You know, I know my life here is limited. And I'm getting closer and closer and closer to the day that I go to meet my Creator. But boy, I sure enjoy this old history. And look at that sandstone, it's wearing away, and one of these days all that stuff's going to be gone. So, but it's in the mind of God, people. We're going to say goodbye to that little location for now and just kind of walk out here towards the prairie and give our last little shot this way. So thanks for going on this trek with me. It was probably 6-7 videos long to make it here, and I started out over on the other side of this long ridge here, and that's where I seen them elk horns and deer horns and an old encampment that looked like a sheep herder's encampment. So but anyhow, really, if you guys are watching this all the way through or half the way through or what have you, I really appreciate it, because it's adding up my watch hours, which I need to get my channel monetized so that I can start generating revenue through my channel here. And that's really what I would like to do. I just enjoy doing it anyways, but you know, I'm getting older, and all I know how to do, folks, is for my whole life is just work hard with my body. And it's like I said, my Achilles tendon is bothering me, probably just from getting out of bed, and I'm just getting older. And yeah, I'm only 58, but boy, I'm sure feeling it. But I'm trying to get healthier and on a little bit of a fitness journey to try to exercise and getting out and doing this stuff, hiking out to these areas. This is a pretty good jaunt to get out here. So anyhow, once again, I really appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for, you know, watching my channel. And once again, as I always say, God bless you and yours. And if anybody out there has any particular need, you know, God sees it, folks. He sees your need. I might not see it, but He does. And if you ever need, you know, I'm a nobody. Absolutely nobody. I'm the lowest of the low. But if you ever need any prayer, folks, or something you need prayed for, just give me a shout out, DM me, PM me, send me a message, and I'll be sure to pray for you. And hopefully you all pray for me. So I'm going to sign out here. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care from the Backwoods Boys. Bye-bye now.
He gave his heart to Jesus in his 25th year. Found a life he'd never known before. He left yesterday behind him, for he was born again.